there are streams of people that are marching here to the state capitol. I've seen students leaving dorm halls just like this one with their bags packed and their pillows for at least the next week. Higher prices from retailers are making consumers picky about opening up that wallet. So Grievous says that if a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. 610. That's the number of pages that outline the police response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Factoring in the lawsuits that the company is facing, Norfolk Southern estimates that last year's train derailment will end up costing them more than $1 billion. Whether your clock is analog or it's digital, changing that time may have a few more impacts on your health than you realize. This entire truckload is full of donations that people from the community here just across the border in Pennsylvania have been bringing to drop off for those who don't even have water right now. I'm here at the intersection of Hammond and 3 Mile in Traverse City, and if you take a look down here at my feet, you can see I'm standing at about 6 inches of snow. Take your break. We found the weather wall here. So, I mean, hey, can I do the forecast? Is that all right? We're just getting up into altitude. We're about to embark on a laser tag mission against some crazy pirates.
God save the king!
Well, if you want more information on how you can see big booms like that, baby, head on over to our website at 910news.com. President Biden using the State of the Union as a moment to show the differences between himself and likely presidential rival Donald Trump. But one American TV personality has shocked the world, announcing that he sat down with the Russian president at the Kremlin. Here in the U.S., today marks 1 year of the disastrous train derailment and toxic chemical spill in East Palestine, Ohio. President Biden will be visiting the state to show his support for the community. In South Carolina, voters are getting up to hit the polls. But as of now, former President Donald Trump is looking to win his 4th straight primary state over his last remaining Republican rival, Nikki Haley. President Joe Biden's growing frustration with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu continues to mount, this time coming out in a hot microphone moment. Rescue crews say all 5 missing U.S. Marines from Tuesday's crash have been found dead. It's following a 2-day-long rescue mission after their helicopter went down in stormy weather in the Southern California mountains. You can hear the sounds from the marching bands, and you can hear the chants that are filling the street here in Madison, Wisconsin.
Part of our job is to help keep people's energy moving, and hopefully they'll continue once they leave today.
Lori Lindy is part of Forward Marching Band in Madison, Wisconsin. She was one of just many to lead the way to the state capitol.
We need abortion for health care. It's very important that they change Wisconsin's laws.
Hundreds of protesters took to the steps, making sure their voice was heard on what would have been the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. Others showing up to celebrate the overturning of the case and pushing for the state of Wisconsin to keep in that direction.
I think a lot of women just don't understand that development and what options are available that are positive that don't include abortion.
Protester Chris O'Brien says he fears pro-choice candidates winning a seat in the state's upcoming Supreme Court election.
I feel like a lot of women are pressured into abortion.
And although some think conversations will heal the divide, others aren't convinced.
We're just not hearing each other, and having those one-on-one conversations are extremely important, especially now.
Do you think that there will be some healthy dialogue done here today?
I really doubt it. I really doubt it.
And as the rest of these protesters finish walking to the state capitol, they will hope and wait to see what the state Supreme Court will decide this spring. In Madison, Wisconsin, Madison Schlegel, NewsNet. Taking wine and turning it into water. Arrowhead Wine Cellars in Erie, Pennsylvania is answering the call many in East Palestine have been making, taking fresh water to those without.
We have all of these empty tanks that we use to transport grape juice to other wineries in. They're empty right now. We have an endless supply of clean, fresh water here. We need to go.
People living in East Palestine say since Norfolk Southern's train derailment, the change in air quality is palpable. Jen Mobilia's parents own Arrowhead Wine Cellars and has already been able to take truckloads of water across the border and into town.
You can smell the chemicals lingering in the air. Your throat burns, your eyes start to burn.
Since their first trip, word got out, and they're planning to make many more.
We just thought we were going to go down, leave some water for this horse farmer, come back and, stay in touch with him. But Oh my goodness. We have gotten calls from all over the country.
Other organizations are looking to help the animals of East Palestine. Angels for Animals Shelter, just one county over, says that they've already helped to evacuate stray cats from the area.
We would always love to work on an area like that because of the free-roaming, unfixed cats. Those are the reason there are 20 to 30 cats for every home.
Shelter founder Diane Less says their shelter is running programs where communities can donate to help get those animals off the street in East Palestine. Many of those animals looking for food wherever they can find it.
It can't be good, and I'm not thinking most people are going to take bottled water out to these free-roaming animals, and they're going to drink whatever source is available anyway.
Angels for Animals and Arrowhead Wine Cellars are still taking donations. If you want more information about their operations, head over to newsnetmedia.com. Madison Schlegel, Newsnet. Megan's Mission is a foundation working to end childhood cancer. To date, they've raised over $2 million to fund research studies, hoping to someday find a cure. For this International Women's Day and month, we're celebrating the legacy of the Megan behind the mission.
Megan Bugg was just 13 years old when she was diagnosed with stage 4 alveolar rhabdomyosarcoma.
Who are you?
Megan.
She was just in 8th grade, playing basketball and volleyball, donating her time to the theater and spending her time with her sister Mackenzie and, of course, her cats.
All right, say bye.
It was the start of a 7-year battle for Megan. Going from doctor's appointment to doctor's appointment and relapsing 5 times, Megan's mission became crystal clear.
I was given this for a reason, and at some point, I'm going to beat it. I don't know exactly when that is.
That was the moment Megan's mission was born, and little did she know the ripple she would cause, becoming a trailblazing advocate for childhood cancer and a beacon of hope, especially for her family and father, Kent Bugg.
The more Megan read, the more upset she got, but the more motivated she got. And that's when we all as a family, I think, really started becoming educated ourselves and realizing why Megan was so passionate about this.
She even spoke at CureFest in Washington, D.C.
So far, I have raised over $120,000 for him and $30,000 for Boston Children's Hospital.
After 150 weeks of chemotherapy, 200 radiation treatments, and 9 surgeries, Megan passed away on March 9th of 2022.
As a father, as a parent, one of the things that I don't want to ever happen is Megan's legacy to fade, because it was too important.
At the time of her death, Megan raised over $1 million for cancer research. But today, Megan's mission is more than alive, doubling that amount of money and paving the way for the Megan Bugg Global Rhabdomyosarcoma Research Laboratory. Megan left a lasting impact on the people she met, helping them to understand the reality of what childhood cancer looks like.
When she relapsed, she never wore a hat again. And the reason was she wanted to show these other kids, it's a badge of honor. You be proud of what you look like.
I would want to be remembered as the person who did something.
And the foundation shows no signs of stopping.
Next for Megan's Mission, it's their annual Megan Bugg Memorial Golf Outing. Last year's outing raised over $30,000 for the foundation. Here's to hoping that this year they'll raise even more. For Newsnet, I'm Madison Schlegel.